All right, today is standard Under the Call of MS podcast episode. Not too much exciting this week. I'm running a day late on it. Trying to get stuff figured out. Just I gotta keep working on the other podcasting areas, so I have an area to do pods without being interrupted. So I will hopefully get that done well, I'd say within the next 2 weeks. If we got nice winter storm weather, I'll definitely be hanging out here working on that. So, do the usual. Start out with some trivia that I will give you the answers to at the end of the show. You can try and guess it. Until then, it's Star Wars, 6 Star Wars related questions again. Uh, we got who found Admiral Mati's lack of faith disturbing? Question 2 is what ship has a small retractable laser cannon hidden in the underside of its hull? Question 3 what did Admiral Mati describe as an ancient religion? Question 4 what did the rebels believe was famously spread throughout the galaxy prior to the second Death Star battle? Question 5 what species was Jabba? And question 6 is which film in the trilogy had its screenplay written by Lawrence Kasdan and George Lucas? But yeah, we'll get the answers to those later on in the show. But let's talk about whatever we got. Did another episode of chaotic comic book cover displays with YouTube friends. I'm terrible at remembering. It's just such a long name. Cat decided to hop up and join us. Uh, I always wanted to say it was like Psychotronic Squirt Gun, Aaron, and YT friends, but yeah, we've been having fun on that show. So check out those episodes on YouTube. I also been putting them in my live uh, podcast list on my YouTube page. If you can't find it, be through what I'm giving you for a description. At least that way you can check it out and then link to it yourself. Through that way, I also added a bunch of Crimson Color Comic Club episodes into the Crimson Color Comic Club folder. So if you want to check out those, you can link to those right through my YouTube page also and see those. We've been trying to stay steady with the comic book reading on Sundays, but we missed a week a couple weeks ago. I think we're going to probably end up missing this week because I didn't get one recorded yet, and it's just so hard to do those on the weekend. So I did not know the wife was going to have yesterday off, so that kind of goofed things up. That's why I didn't get this episode out. I was going to do a bunch of pods yesterday, get them out of the way, get them banked, and then all kinds of other stuff happened. Of course, the cat's massaging me. Netflix, we're getting rid of that because there just hasn't been nothing new coming out that really is grabbing us, and we're caught up on most our shows. So, but I've been vegging on Dinner Time with David Chang. I still got a few episodes to catch up on yet. I'm wanting to hit the Bert Kreischer episode because of Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer's does something burning. I think he had David Chang on, and then David Chang's wanted to steal his idea, or he stole David Chang's idea. I'm not sure, but they both have fun shows where they have guests over and they just cook for them. And yeah, watched all the holiday editions of David Chang's so far. Now we're a couple seasons into the regular seasons, so I gotta get caught up on those. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. So you keep moving around, you crazy freak. The wife wanted to check out Wine Country, so we checked that out. That was all right. If you want to watch some older women go to wine country and have all kinds of things happen to them. I can't think of who starred in that one, but it was a good background show. Uh, I didn't pay full attention to it, but tried to catch as much as possible out of it. Jamie Foxx, What Had Happened was a stand up special, basically explaining his accident and everything that happened and talking about the hospital and what the nurses and doctors all did for him and stuff. It was a good special. Hearing that, seeing that he's still able to do a variety of his characters in top form, and yeah, he got lucky on that one. And then Dead Don't Die, we watched. If you're looking for a zombie-esque, fun, goofy horror movie, uh, I enjoyed that one too. That was one that just came out on Netflix not long ago. But there were some people that there was actually a lot of people in it that I knew. Uh, it was a good cast of characters and a fun way to do the zombie style. Uh, Zombie back from the dead. I mean, pretty much it's all these characters digging their way out of the cemetery. So I love the cemetery mortician. She fits the role perfectly and just cracks me up with her samurai sword and stuff. With her just basic hanging out at the morgue, playing with her sword, practicing, and that was prior to all the characters coming back to life. Earth going off its axis, and that bringing the dead back to life. Only thing I didn't like is it's pretty much every one of the dead characters that dug their way out of a grave looked like they just died yesterday. There's no real uh, decaying aspects to them and stuff like that. Skeletal visualizations and things from something that's been dead for a year or 2 years or whatever. It just seemed like everybody just died recently. Uh, but yeah, that was another fun one. And then Gotham Garage Rust the Riches finally finished that off and caught up to that show. Sadly, the last season they had was just starting to get them into 80s style um, vehicles like the Green Hornet. They were looking for like the Monster Mobile, stuff like that. They did a Magnum PI style Ferrari at the end of the season for a lucky guy whose wife bought him a six-figure car. Uh, but yeah, that's still one of my favorite car restoration shows out there. They don't. I mean, what was it? How many seasons? I want to say six, maybe eight, but it could have been less than that. I might be thinking something else that was 6 to 8 seasons long, but actually, yeah, I think that they're only like a few seasons in or whatever. I could be wrong. I've been watching too much crap lately, and there's no drama, no arguing. It's just a nice crew of characters. Check that out if you're into car restoration. Never checked that one out yet, but and then we checked out a newer show. There's still some episodes coming. It'll probably still be coming up with new episodes after we lose our Netflix account, but we'll catch up on it later on. But it's called You Can't Ask That. Uh, First episode's like blind people. Second episode's Down syndrome. You got drug addicts and all kinds of different people that get judged throughout life and stuff, and them talking about how they answer things, what people ask them all the time, the questions that are so common for them and stuff, and then they go over what they deal with when they get those questions, and it's an interesting show. Uh, on Hulu, checked out the Family Guy holiday special. It was all right, nothing too exciting. Family Guy was always one of the iffy ones with episodes as far as whether or not I'd really get into them that much. Been catching the new episodes of Bob's Burgers. There's been some fun ones of those again. That show holds up pretty well. Check that out if you're into it. Uh, oh yeah, we rewatched it with the wife because it just popped up on one of the streaming services. But on the Svengoolie, he brought the Sven Squad back last weekend, I believe. And they did the Friday the 13th movie. Or Friday the 14th. I think it's or Saturday. No, Saturday the 14th would be. What? Now I'm confused which movie it was. It might have been Saturday the 14th, actually. Yeah, not Friday the 13th. That would have been Jason Voorhees. But yeah, Sven Squad did that, and I didn't really pay attention to the movie while they did. I just liked their skits in between, and just happy to see that Sven's bringing them back every now and then with the newer horror movies. Not necessarily newer. I mean, they're basically about 10 to 20 years newer than what Sven shows. Uh, but yeah, so we rewatched it so the wife could veg on it too, but she was on the Sven Squad part of it, so that's the best part of it. And then before that, that same night, we just decided seen Strange Brew on that same platform, and we haven't uh, watched that in a while, so had to check that out. See the hosers, see what they're up to. It's such a fun movie. Definitely holds up. I picked up a few things that I'm thinking about. I'm debating if I'm going to do unpackings on them, opening type things, or if I'm going to save them for like random rips if I catch him on a show or something. But I had these on sale for $6, so I grabbed a couple of them. Baseball. I didn't even realize two of them are football, one's baseball. I thought they were all baseball. Oh well, doesn't really matter. I'm more into the football, but I was trying to get baseball for random rips. Uh, got a Nightmare Before Christmas bag clip, and it's like these things have just gone up in price. It's just so sad that now they're asking 6, 7, 8, 9, $10 for these packs. And you're not seeing them in the $3 bargain bins anymore. Very rarely do you see them on sale, but I seen this one. Figure what the heck, I'd grab it, check it out, and think I'll open it right now. I don't see an easy open slot anywhere. Probably sick of doing that because the kid's basically ripping the corner open and seeing what they should have probably cut that nicer so the wife could have reused the imagery of journals. But yeah, it looks like the characters you can get. Eye out. You're gonna poke your eyeball out with it. Yeah, Pumpkin Jack holding a pumpkin. You got Sally, which looks really scary. It looks like a Sally ghost holding a pumpkin. You got Zero, Barrel, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Then the exclusive is Oogie Boogie. So let's see what we got here. We got the exclusive. That's a pretty good deal. We got the Oogie Boogie. He's probably my favorite one, so that works out good. So they're glow in the dark. They're hefty little things. What they got inside their belly, it's just definitely. I like that it's got the scarification on them and stuff. All that. You probably can't see it that good, but there are scars all over his belly and stuff and chin. Give him that look of the potato sack bag type feel to him. But yeah, this is awesome. And I drop it. Oh well, I don't need it at the moment, so I will pick it up. But yeah, that was cool. We got an exclusive one, so that was a good pick. Getting lucky lately with some of my picks, so hopefully we got some interesting cards in these packs and stuff. Picked up a couple more Magic Gathering packs. This is Foundations. I have not checked out the Foundations runs, so these will be interesting. We'll open those up probably this week. And then these, I'm going to probably open most of them. I picked up a few Matchbox cars, or Hot Wheels, I mean. You got the Joe Cool Bug. I like Joe Cool, so since it wasn't Snoopy, it was the Joe Cool character. Figure what the heck. I love this old street racer. That's just cool looking. So, and this one was only $1 something. This guy was 3 something, I think. I was iffy on it, and then these next two were 5. But I like Wreck-It Ralph. I love her car that they put together for Vanellope. Vanellope. But yeah, still more than likely be coming out of her case. And I don't care for the pink car, the Barbie car, but it's Gizmo. And there's a little pink Barbie car. I had to pick those two up too. I'm not haven't picked up any Matchboxes in a long time. But listening to random rips lately and watching them shop for them and stuff, looking for certain ones, I figured I'd have that stuff to show off to him. Maybe on one of his live shows if I can get on it or some other thing. Do something with them. Otherwise, I'll just open them myself. Do or opening videos for them all. Uh, but yeah, those are some fun Walmart pickups. The reason I went, everybody's been doing these 7 for 10 comic book packs and stuff, and I'm like, well, I want to get a couple of those to open and see what's in there. And no comics anywhere at this Walmart. I get up to the card area, and it is all empty boxes with a few basketball packs left off to the side. But all the boxes of the trading card packs and boxes and stuff all were just sitting there empty on the shelf. It's like, well, clean the shit off your shelf. If you don't have them, get rid of them so we know that there's nothing there worth going and checking out. But yeah, sadly couldn't find no comics or anything. Not sure where they keep them. I would assume they'd be up by the trading cards, but I looked in the toy section, in the book section, the music section, and then the trading card section. But all I really picked up from them was the Matchbox cards. The other basketball or baseball, football, and Magic cards, those all came from Walgreens. So pretty much safe to find some there, but sadly they had it like almost everything was freshly tagged 33% off or whatever. And of course, the few things that I want weren't on sale. Um, I wish I could remember the name of it. My wife, when she was out west, they found a shop that had this mushroom coffee in it. Had like Riki and lion's mane mushrooms and all that in there. I think there was a good variety of mushrooms other than just those two, but I can't think of it right now. And I stupidly threw the packaging away before writing it down so I could look up the website or whatever. But yeah, it's excellent. It tastes just like regular coffee. Whereas I've bought mushroom coffee before, mushroom powders and stuff, and very dirt tasty. Like you're basically drinking fresh cooked, fresh brewed grass and dirt from your yard. But this one, you don't notice the mushrooms at all, and coffee flavor was awesome. I liked it a lot, so I'd like to see what other ones they have. So I like using the mushrooms for medicinal purposes. It does their lion's mane, their kishi, and brains starts with S. And there's like five mushrooms that are really good for certain MS inflammation issues and stuff. So I like adding that to my stuff. But yeah, mushroom powder and stuff I'll use in the oats thing that I make up with the rolled gold oats, almond milk, cinnamon, dried cranberries or raisins or something, and then just throw mushroom powder in there and whatever else you want. A little bit of natural maple syrup or honey for a little sweetener in there. Yeah, it's just awesome. You can just let it sit in the fridge. 50-50 with the oats and the milk, whatever milk you want to use. I prefer almond milk, so that's what we use. When I make the oats, I'll use the vanilla almond milk usually. But yeah, it's like you can add whatever flavors and stuff you want to it, and then just set it in the fridge. Can sit there for a week. Grab yourself a cup full, and you can eat them cold, or you can warm them up, nuke them for a bit, and do that. It's an awesome little simple snack, great for like the wife's lunch, stuff like that. Uh, Something quick to grab in the morning instead of having to make a breakfast. If you're into eating breakfast. Uh, Other than that, I did go to the doctor for my wrist this last week. Well, I went for my left wrist. They zapped that one. Found out that my carpal tunnel's back, which I haven't dealt with that since I worked at the lumber yard, and got so bad I couldn't even pick up a little 1x4 or even a pad and pencil or anything. I just couldn't hold shit. So that went away for many years, and now it's back. I think it's mainly because I'm doing a reading, holding books at weird angles and stuff like that. Doing my drawing with holding the tablets and stuff, and then of course the yard work, everything. So yeah, my left wrist is back to Carpentall City, and I explained to her about when I'm drawing, writing and stuff, the popping and seizing of this wrist, my right wrist, my main wrist. And I told her it's a real bummer because I've been trying to work on stuff, and it got so sore. The arthritis is so bad that I can't even couldn't even consider drawing for the last month. I did a month long October, challenge, and then my wrist just was done. I had a fight to get through the last few days with all the pain and all that. And it's so annoying because every time you're trying to finalize a picture, do the outline and stuff like that, when that popping is going on, it just completely ruins the picture. And unless it happens earlier and I can cover it up and fix it, but the later stages of the artwork, it's just a real bummer when all of a sudden you're pulling a line and all of a sudden your wrist pops. It just totally throws your pen out of whack. But yeah, took some X-rays, found out that the thumb bone area is this way, about a half an inch further than it should be, and then the two bones that connect basically off your index finger, and then here basically off these two fingers probably, and here right in the corner, those bones are basically bone on bone. Then you can see at least one chunk of bone that's floating around in there. So that likes to get caught in between the bones, which is nice and painful. But that's not causing the popping. The popping is being caused just because of how the bones are pushed together and laying. So when you catch a chunk of bone in between, it's just like extra severe pain. It's fun. Now, I've had moments where I was just writing just simple things, signing my name or something. All of a sudden, it locked in there and seized the whole wrist up, and I couldn't bend it, flex it, move it, do anything with it. I had to use my whole arm just to finish off writing. Uh, Found out that the only way we can do anything with it is by fusing the bones together, and then I won't have any movement in my wrist, which for someone who enjoys drawing and stuff like that and using my right hand, I'm not doing that. It's just extra pain, extra annoyances, and not being able to stuff that I can enjoy and just suffer through the pain. I with MS since I was like 5, all that stuff, all my other issues, and I'm constantly asked, "Are you taking aspirin? Are you taking pain pills? Are you taking this?" It's like, no. It's like none of that shit does anything. It's just extra crap in my gut that I don't need. And if it's not going to affect anything with the overall pain, it's like I'll just suffer through it. So they're like, well, we can give you cortisone shots in between those two bones that are touching. And just brought the ultrasound machine in. We did the cortisone shot. And yesterday was feeling really good. Today, a little sore right here. It's been, let's see, I went in on Monday, and today is Friday. So 4 days ago, I had the injections, the cortisone injections. Second day, felt about 50% better. Third day, felt pretty good. Then yesterday, it started getting a little sore there, but I have been uh, doing a lot of stuff with it yesterday. So going through comics, all that stuff, moving some stuff around, trying to get this new area built up for podcasting. Sorry, I can't for some reason. Didn't put my booster in my coffee this morning. That's why. I just had regular coffee, so I didn't get an extra little kick today. My wife found some little espresso shots that you can throw into your coffee. They give out for free at the gas station. Taking those up for me. Uh, and they do. They give me a little extra boost, whereas usually coffee doesn't do nothing for me. Damn good. Now that I can finally taste it again. It really bummed me when I went almost a year where I could not stand the taste of coffee, peanut butter, and there was a third thing. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, that thankfully came back. So enjoy my coffee again. But yeah, she said I can come in every couple months, every 3 months or whatever, and update the cortisone shots if I want, which I will definitely do for a while, but I'll go till the point where the pain is just unbearable before I go in to do it, because I know with getting cortisone in my knees and feet, knees got to the point where cortisone didn't do shit anymore. So they had to get an experimental gel that we use on my knees because my knees are bone on bone. I have no ACL, MCL, all that stuff. Meniscus, all that shit is gone. It's just chunks of bones all over the place and tons of arthritis. And they promised me surgery at 50. They said I turned 50. They're like, nope, not till you're 60. So, like, basically, you're never going to do surgery because I'm not important enough. I'm not an athlete. I'm not a rich politician or something like that. So, just because some piece of shit decided to kick my knee out on a dance floor in my 20s, I have to live my whole life with no ACL, bone on bone, bone chunks floating around. And they expect you to be able to live life normally when you can't. And slightest time, I hate this time of year, winter, but slightest little, I just gotta slip my foot that far and my knees bones separate and buckle, and just, yeah, I go down on my ass. That's why the wrist probably got screwed up. She said this could have happened. It could have started having issues when I was a kid and fell down playing sports or something. Uh, but I'm like, with my MS falls, I always put my arm out. I try not to. I try to bend my thing and do a tuck and roll. But a lot of times when you're slipping, you're thinking more about the knee buckling than anything. And so I just put the hand out, and I'm sure that's probably how I messed it up the most. Pulled the joints apart. But yeah. So, China cortisone. I have an idea for two comics. Well, one I've had for like 3 years, and I sadly got it all written, but never finished the art on it. I just haven't decided how I wanted stylized wise, how I wanted to do it. And the other one I came up with in the last month, I started writing it out, and I'm like, I want to really do this book because I already see at least three to five chapters in my head with this one that could make it really far. So I'm gonna spend January working on that character. Uh, Hopefully, be able to get him all drawn up, him or her, and or both. Who knows? Have to wait to see. And then hopefully I can put it together just through my printer and make a little zine style book. I'm not going to go for a full size comic. I'm not a person that's going to sit at a comic convention and try and sell my wares. I'm just going to make something simple that you can pick up for a couple bucks if you want it. It'll be fun. I like the concept. I like the idea, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'd like to get both those books done. I just wanted to get them both out before Christmas. But yeah, it was too hard to. I gotta spend a lot of hours drawing in order to get done what I want to get done, because I still haven't. I don't have a finalized image of what I want to go with all my characters. Still got to work on that, so there's gonna be a lot of sketching, a lot of main drawing, getting all that done. I'm hoping the cortisone kicks in a little more. I got my arthritis gloves, which I should be wearing, which I actually am going to put on for a while today. These things, I'm like, okay, I'll get a set. Like, they're not going to do shit. Surprisingly, they actually do relieve some of the arthritic pain. Not all of it, but definitely makes things better. But my problem is I'm not comfortable holding a pencil and drawing with it on. So I just wear it when I'm not doing anything like that and let it do its thing. I also got ones that go over the thumb and then wrap around the wrist and tighten it up. Those don't really do much either. You're basically just cutting the blood off and keeping the area tight. It's the only way you're really getting any relief from it, but then you try and do stuff and you're going to end up in a bunch of pain anyways. So, all right. Actually got a half-hour episode out. A little bit over a half hour. Didn't expect to, but I milked it enough to pull that off. So let's go over our questions and get our answers. Who found Admiral it's Mahdi's, I think, or Modi's lack of faith disturbing? Darth Vader, obviously, isn't that the one that he choked? Yep, Vader. What ship has a small retractable laser cannon hidden in the underside of its hull? Pretty sure it's the Millennium Falcon. I remember seeing it on the models and stuff. Yep. What did Admiral Mahdi describe as an ancient religion? Well, the Force, of course. I mean, it's basically what the movie's based on. It's their way of kind of representing God and all that, power, and yeah, it's the Force. What did the rebels believe was vainly spread throughout the galaxy prior to the second Death Star battle? I don't know. Like spread vainly spread throughout the galaxy. Well, I'm guessing the rest of their Imperial ships and stormtroopers and all that stuff. No, the Imperial fleet. So it's close enough. What species was Jabba? Jabba the Hutt, of course. The Hutt. Yep. And the last question: which film in the trilogy had its screenplay written by Lawrence Kasdan and George Lucas? Gotta be Return of the Jedi. Yep. Because it's just such a different concept, different stylization of the movie. And goofier one. It's got the Ewoks. And that was the mistake that brought Jar Jar next. But yeah, another round of questions. Another round of who knows what to talk about. Hopefully, there was something interesting today for you to listen to. Uh, keep following under Color Love MS, rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes, and check out Crimson Color Comic Club. Check out my live shows that I get on. I'll put those in my YouTube channel. So just look up the live page and you'll see those on there. And then you can search those people out, start following them. So far, it's just psychotic squirt guns Aaron doing the comic book cover displays show. But hopefully, I'll be on some other ones eventually. It's just always time wise and all that stuff, whether or not I will. But yeah, be good. Have a wonderful holiday if I don't get to talk to you again before then. I will have shows coming out almost every day throughout the rest of the year. I should be able to get enough banked to have at least comic book reviews and unboxings and stuff like that over the holiday season. So if you're bored and want to get away from your family and want to listen to someone other than the screaming kids and all that around you, do that. We also got on Cheap Comic Collector. Follow his YouTube channel. We got some interesting, I guess, holiday thing going on that we all had to record a song for that he's going to chop up and do something with. All the way it sounds, he's playing my full song at one of my three, and they're all scary. So if I would have known that was going to happen, I would have tried a little harder, done a few more takes. But I was just figuring he was going to chop the best pieces out and use what he could, and that's why I just let him go the way I had him. But yeah, so check those out, and we'll get back to you soon. Bye.